Hello everybody, Animation Trainer here, and today we're gonna finally do my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Now, before I get to the actual list, I want to say that I'm doing a rule where I only allow one movie per trilogy so that I can allow more varieties of movies to be on the list. Like, let's say I were to put Shrek 2 on the list. Well then, that means that I can't put Shrek 1, 3, or 4 on the list. Got it? So, why don't we get started? Number 10, WreckIt Ralph. This is the most. This movie was one of the most hyped up movies I've. When this movie was about to come out, I was just super hyped for the movie. You know, with all the video game things going on. And I was not disappointed. Well, a little bit, but no. Even though we don't get as much video game characters on screen, we still got a really good movie. The story is engaging. The animation is just really good, from the varieties of places that they go to and the action scenes that they go through. And the characters are just really memorable, that we'll know and will become Disney classics forever. Yeah. Yeah. The only problem with the film is that there's a small bit of predictability, but you can easily ignore it with how good the animation is, with the movements as well. Well, how they actually make it to where it actually looks like you're inside a video game. Yeah. It really does give you that shine. Alright. Number 9 goes to Cars. Cars is definitely one of the most underrated films of all time. Seriously, why do people hate this film so much? Just because it's a movie with talking cars? And yet people like Toy Story with talking toys. So, no different. Okay. Okay. I get it, the story's predictable a little bit, but it doesn't change the fact that the movie's awesome. All the racing scenes are amazing. The story is engaging. You get to know more about the characters good. They give every character a personality that you could see. And the movie definitely knows how to go deep into the heart. Especially with all the scenes with Doc. They actually give him a great personality with how he was mistreated, like after the big crash that he went into. Yeah. And like I said, the racing scenes are absolutely amazing. Literally, there is no movie that actually can beat racing scenes like this. Except the sequel. Yeah. And Turbo. Okay. Number 8. Inside Out. Inside Out is definitely one of the greatest Pixar films ever made. It's not the greatest Pixar film, which I'll talk about later when I get to the next Pixar film, but it is still one of the greatest Pixar films of all time. The concept is very creative with how they introduce all the emotions. The emotions are the cast is really good by making the emotions who they are. They also make it to where, I don't know how to, the characters are just well developed and stuff. And even the characters that aren't in the movie as much still put up a good amount of jokes. Like, I really like the triple dead gum joke throughout the movie. Yeah, that was a pretty hilarious joke with anger. Yeah. My only problem with the film is that some designs look a little bit goofy, but honestly, that's easily ignored by how creative the story is and how much the story throws at you. They introduce everything that happens in the human mind, which I thought was really good. and interesting. Yeah. Now, let's move on to number 7. So number 7 would definitely have to go with Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. I love this movie. I'm not lying, I really do like this movie. Ever since I saw it, when I started watching all the Star Wars films, I was watching all the Star Wars films so that since The Force Awakens was coming out. And once I saw this movie, I was amazed. I mean, for an old movie, the graphics look really nice. He's not just with the action scenes, but also with the, with the sceneries. Like, I like how they were able to show the planet Hoth and Dagobah, and I forgot the name of the planet, but Cloud City as well. Yeah. And plus, I like the new characters introduced in this movie as well. Like, Yoda's one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Yeah. And plus, we get a really nice plot twist. One of the most iconic plot twists ever made. No, I am your father. Number 6. Big Hero 6. This is another movie I really do enjoy. I remember I went to go see this on my grandma's birthday, which was the day that it came out. And I was amazed. This movie was really nice. In fact, this has some of the greatest CGI animation I've ever seen for an animated film. With all the sceneries, like San Francisco just looks so alive. With all the buildings that they put, and all the action scenes, and all the flying around with Baymax. And all the characters are definitely really memorable as well. Like, there's Hero, who's my favorite Disney character because of the character development he goes through once his brother Tatashi dies. There's Baymax, which is just a really lovable character, comical relief. Then there's Fred, who I think is an amazing comic relief. There's Gojo, who also is a good comic relief as well. Then Wasabi definitely has a great personality and stuff. And Honey Lemon also has a nice personality. And the villain. I like how much backstory they gave him. Yeah. But if you guys want to see the rest of my list, then you'll have to see me in the next episode. So, goodbye.